Okay, thank you and welcome. Today we are going to work on this Happy Day greeting card. So for this we just need a standard 5x7 card. I am using just a kind of a cream beige color base for the cardstock. And then I have pre-cut some of our flowers. We have using the Sizzix flower daisies die with my Big Shot. And from that I just cut a few pieces of paper from our matte stack, just the neutrals shade. So I just chose some of the yellow pages. It's a nice variety of pages in this, but I just chose 3 different shades of yellow. The other thing that we are going to use today, I do use my Oh Happy Day. It's a steel die, and it cuts out Oh Happy Day, and I did use this with the Big Shot, also using one of those yellows. I'm not going to use the O for today, so just the Happy Day today. And then I just actually took one of the middle flower that I'm using. I just went ahead and took a whole sheet. It's 4.5 inch by 6.5 inch. So going to use that. Also, I'm going to use for an embellishment one of these gold brads from the Recollections brand. And they're just pretty sparkly and shiny, and we'll be using that for the center of our flower. So that's there. And then we'll also be using, for another embellishment, a piece of gold ribbon. Thank you. And so we will be using that as well. And I just went ahead and cut that. I got this ribbon actually at Walmart. So Galena, and let's see here. It's a metallic, and it's just a gold metallic ribbon. So, alright. So we'll go ahead and be using that. So if you want to go ahead and get your supplies, this is where what we'll be crafting today. So I have my handy dandy Recollections permanent glue, and I'm going to go ahead and start by gluing this down. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what happened there. That's never happened before, but of course in a video. Alright, so we've got that. We're going to put this right in the center of the card. So yes, about right there. Okay, I apologize if I get a little out of frame here. The next thing we are going to do is grab, what I like to use is this Martha Stewart ball tip glue pen. And this I just find really is nice when you're trying to get some glue. And I'm just going to get out my little scratch paper so we don't get any glue on anything here. And I just trace the back. I just push a little. And actually I'm going to take my mat out from underneath us here to do this. Because you do need to push. And it does take a little bit to get it going. So this takes a little bit of patience. But you just want to get enough of the glue around to make that stay. And if a big chunk comes out, you just want to rub that in a little bit. I did get this, and I'll list it in the down bar, but at Simon Says Stamp, and I do really like this little stamp. So we've got that all glued up. Move this, pull this back in, and we will just flip this. We want it to be pretty centered, and yeah, right about there. Looks nice. And then we'll just tap that into place. And now we just need to do the same with the day. Let's go ahead and get our nice sheet of paper out. Whoops. We want to flip that day over. And whoops, I'm sorry, I'm not in the frame here. Okay. Don't want to forget any of this. You want to make sure that you get it on the ends, because that will be the first piece that, of course, would start to curl up. Okay, but now that we've got that, go ahead and pick it up, and we will go ahead and put that right in the center there. Yeah, that looks good. I'll go ahead and pat that down. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put our cap back on our pen here, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm not going to actually pierce all the way through, but you'll notice these are 3 different pieces of flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and just stack them on top of each other here, and get them all lined up. We'll stick our brad through there. Whoops. Again, arrange them the way that we want here. And then we will go ahead, open this up. Get that nice and flat. And again, we may have to do a little bit of arranging of our flowers. But yeah, that looks pretty good. And now we will use some of our pop-up tape. And we'll just want to use some of our dimensionals. We'll just use some of the smaller squares. So we'll go ahead and let's flip this flower over. And of course it will want to be a little difficult. We'll put one on each side of this brad there. And then what I'm going to do is skip every one of the major big petals. So we'll do a big one there, we'll do one there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing with my big hands here. And we're just skipping around town here. Okay. And that should do it for us. So now we'll go ahead, and I just like to give it a little squeeze to get that paper up. Squeeze that corner. Everybody has their own kind of method for this. I'm just going to go all the way around this. Okay. And again, let's just turn these just a little bit, these little wheels. Okay, perfect. Let's get it right where we want it. Yeah, like right there. And then push down every other there. Okay. And there that is so far. So it's looking great. Okay. Get these out of the way here. Alright, so now the next step that we have is our final step here. We have a nice ribbon that I think just will add the perfect amount of charm to offset that little brad, that coloring in the brad. Now some people will, you can cut it exact right now if you'd like. I left mine a little bit longer. I mean, you're going to need it to be 7 inches long. But I'm going to go ahead and just apply some glue to this and adhere it right away. So again, I'm just going to get my little glue mat out here. I just always like to use a little scratch paper when I'm working with some glue, and I'm just going to put some permanent adhesive all the way down. I'm not going to be shy with it. Okay, so, oops, don't know if any came off on mine. There we go. Yeah. Okay, of course, always a little bit trickier than what you think. Okay, and I'm just going to lay this right where I want it. And yeah, right there. I'll just make that nice line. And then I'm just going to take my scissors here and turn that card over. Oops, sorry, a little frame here. A little snip there. Turn it over. We'll do the same little snip there. And perfect. Now the other thing that I like to do to finish my cards off is just use my Crop-a-dile corner chomper. And I think what I'm going to do is use the 1/4 inch first, and I'm just going to do these 2 outside corners on the opening, and we'll see how that looks for us. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's perfect. Pretty perfect. Okay, and there is our Happy Day greeting card. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments down below, and I'll try to get back with you right away. But happy day, and hope you enjoy this little tutorial.